I'm on Facebook. There you go. Hello, and good morning, Facebook land. What's up, YouTubers? How we doing out there? Thank you for joining me. As always, it's nice to see you. Connecticut Medical Marijuana Critic, Compound Concentration Coffee. We're here. We're up. We're on the air. Your SunDaze edition. How you doing out there? Hopefully you've had a good start to your day. Excuse me. Up early? No. I'm on my normal time for SunDaze. Monday through Friday, I'm on at 8:20 in the morning. Saturdays, it's 9:20 if I do a show. Yesterday, I did no show because I was just on the go all day. And then Sundays, it's always 10:20. I only sleep 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours a night. I go to bed around 3:30. I usually say good night, Facebook land, at about 3:30 in the morning. And yeah, 7:30. That's it. I'm up. That's the latest I sleep. Well, I should say the latest I stay in bed because I'm never asleep. So what's a good word, Andy? How are you, Diana? Nice to see you in Facebook land, of course. All right, right now, you are listening to Bat Weasel. Austin Woodward with Zach Ledbetter. What's going on, Jay? Yep. I found out a long time ago. Like I mean, obviously, I would sleep 8 hours, or normal sleep, as everybody else. But I always noticed I'd wake up and I seemed tired. If I did 8, 9, 10 hours sleep, I'd wake up sometimes and I'd be dragging. Now, at first, it was, am I not getting enough sleep? Am I not getting good enough sleep? But then we tried something and noticed that the less I slept, the better I felt. Okay. Go with what the body works, what works for the body, I should say. And I'm doing good. I can't complain. As I say all the time, things could always be worse. I know, because I've been there. Cheers, everybody. What's up, man? All right, coming up next, Destroyer Creator featured on a track with Heavy Gravel Guild. The tune, Dentro di Me. Now, for those who don't know what Dentro di Me is, I actually did look it up, and it's inside of me. Yeah. It's Spanish for inside of me, according to Google Translate. Thank you, thank you. Absolutely, things are going well. Yesterday, pretty much running around taking care of a lot of stuff for the main property now. Now that we have the deed and the title, and it's 100% ours. Oh yeah. Just generators. Got to remember now, we have a 41-acre estate. So, just generators to run things. I think it's somewhere around 35,000 watts. Yeah, it's like 35 or 38,000 watts. And that's going to be for the 2 cabins, of course, the electrical building, and then the outside it's basically going to be like a nice lean-to, but it's going to be the outdoor kitchen. We're buying stuff for that as well. We started grabbing different things. Of course, going all nice cast iron, cookware. Oh, I own that trailer. Morning, kiddo. I just said. Something right. Oh yeah, no, I own that trailer. We bought that trailer outright. Yeah, that is. I have to say, yeah, it is a nice one. I love the addition, man. Compared to trailers of old, God forbid somebody's trailer breaks loose from their vehicle when they're driving down the road. Those things just go everywhere and cause like major havoc. That brand new system that we have actually has its own electronic braking system. I've talked about it on here. Like, oh yeah, if that thing ever broke loose from the vehicle, it has its own electronic brakes that instantly kick in and safely bring it to a stop. The thing could even be sitting on a hill. The braking system will work. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy, but, I mean, the money that they're charging for these trailers nowadays, it's fucking worth it. All right, once again, like I said, that tune that you just heard, brand new artist to us, Heavy Gravel Guild. I have other tracks from them. We'll get into them later on. That one is called Dentro di Me. Again, it's inside of me if you look up Translate. All right. By the way, it's 10:41, so remember, you have about 19 minutes. The little woman, JC, jumps on over here, jumps into the seat. Literally, she's going to cartwheel through the room, jump down, and land into the chair, right?
Hold the thing.
Without at least breaking another hip.
Well, I didn't say it was going to end up well, but she'd probably give it a try. I mean, knowing her.
I want her to. Going for a walk.
All right, let me get up. Well, yeah, JC's going to jump in the seat for the hour, for the power hour. She's got stuff to talk about in the world of sports and more. You know how it goes. Talks about anything and everything except no religion, no politics. All right, little R&B. One of the brand new tracks from Ruby Amanfu here. It's called Change is Coming. But we have the generators, like I was saying. We've also purchased, outright purchased some solar kits. And the kits are generating, all told, once everything is hooked up, on its own, the kits will be doing 8,500 kilowatts a day. Or, excuse me, 8,500 kilowatts. Yeah, it's a day. Each 250 watt system generates 1,000 kilowatts in one day. So we'll be generating 8,500 kilowatts through the solar per day. So 100% self-sufficient. Don't have to worry about electricity. The only thing obviously we have to bring in, and we have to do it via satellite, is to be able to have internet. Of course, my satellite radio, my service. But yeah. As you can tell, Bruce just made his appearance as you see his face on camera. Hey, buddy. I know everybody's leaving their bags and chairs and seats. There you go. Come here. There you go, buddy. Up there. On your perch. I know, I was looking out the window watching it, trying to come down a little harder and harder.
If it was just drizzling, then I walked. All right.
Oh yeah, no, that's the way we've always raised you guys. Like, my mom was that way with me. If it was raining out, especially on the hill, go outside and play. Heck, it worked out great. I used to take boats and run them down the water as it would stream down the side of the street, especially in heavy rains. But I could never catch up with them. Them motherfuckers would move quick. And so many of them I lost because they'd end up in the sewer.
So you literally pulled it before the new it you came out?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, there were a couple times my brother literally had to take the grate off.
Well, that's a weird sentence.
Yeah, I know. Every once in a while I try it out, and no, it's just never going to happen. It's not right.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But
again.
he would take the grate off, and we would literally have to get things out of there because, I mean, the water going down the hill, you know my parents' hill. It would go so fast, there's no way I could ever run to catch up to it.
Oh, well.
I would just, oh, yeah, that's fine, yeah. Wait a minute, no!
I'll really be with that cup.
Alright. Interesting. This is a new one. I figured, why not? I got a request from somebody saying, play something different. So, Lyle Workman, an artist we know, I play a lot of the guy's stuff, in classical. This is called Tilt-A-Whirl. Why not? beets today. Nice. I actually do like beets too. That's awesome. Do what you gotta do, Andy. It's all good. I'm actually gonna be jumping out from behind the console here at the top of the hour. The little woman, JC, comes on for her power hour, and then I'm back at 12 o'clock. Oh, lovely. That's what happens when you leave your doors open all the time. Almost done with Tilt-A-Whirl. Again, something brand new from Lyle Workman at a classical. Right now, Cy Kudin with a tune. It's called Twice the Man. It's one of the brand new ones. Here on CC&C, Compound Concentrates and Coffee.
How did I survive it all? Painful truth, many falls. Trusting chance to make it through. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. An invisible point of view. Adventure wins out all the same. And now you see I'm twice the man I used to be. Half the time left in front of me. How did I connect the dots? Forget me not so long ago. Down at Park, folks in the
you go. Cy Coonan, the man. He is the voice of the Fix. A lot of you know that. I've talked about him. I've been playing him here for almost 3 years now. Speaking of, we are just days away. Yeah, we have 3 days. That's it. And then we hit our 3-year anniversary here on CCNC. Been on the air doing this for 3 years.
It's been a year already.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
Started out as a little 10-15 minute virtual smoke sesh and has morphed into, well, what's here. It grew its own legs and just kept on going. All right, Times Infinity, again, another new artist. They made their debut over this last week and a half. Go to timesinfinitymusic.bandcamp.com to check them out. This tune's called Ought To. It's AUGHTTWO. There you go. Again, Times Infinity, brand new to us here on CCNC. Now I'm going to go to the Sheen. I've said this recently a few times because it's true. It really wasn't too long ago when I was saying, hey, brand new artist in our collections, The Sheen. And we were talking about how we felt they were more suited for country than rock, but here we go. Brand new track from them now, just one of the regulars. This is called Babylon.
The great light of day is coming. A brave new tomorrow is near. We've sailed through the seas of separation, and now we're here. Long live the ages of wonder, forever in the memory of these. We've walked down the trails of desperation, and now we're here. After the rain is gone, follow the breaking dawn, out to the fading sun, down to Babylon. In times of uncertain beginnings, woven through the seasons of fear, we've held up the weight of isolation, and now we're here.
Alrighty. Getting a track queued up for the little woman, of course. She comes in.
Waiting for the raging storm to clear. We've wandered through the ashes of a nation, and now we're here. After the rain is gone, follow the breaking dawn, out to the fading sun.
Alright. Once again, I'm going to jump over to some Charlie Peacock here. I have a tune that features Sam Ashworth. It's called Top of the Beautiful. Goes out to my beautiful. Of course, as she comes on in for the Power Hour. Told her she needs to really get into a certain discussion. I told her I was going to bring it up as she stepped into the room. She needs to get into a certain discussion because he who will not be named has done nothing for like a week? 2 weeks? Wow, it's longer than I thought. That means something's going to happen. He's going to blow. He's going to pop.
Change the theme song. Change the theme song.
No, I've done back and forth, this or your other song. Because you like them both so much. I was trying to be nice. Wow, see? Try to do something nice.
Dance with me. Dance with me, Rose. Dance.
Dance the dance of love, and then, yeah, you're going to fall down. And... Not my stuff now. Your cat. You know what? I would actually give up the cameras if that actually occurred. That was the last thing that those saw.
Just like you said, reach out, elbow for throwing a tantrum. He actually did, but Steve did and go through the second story window.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you commit that fucking hard to it, you know what?
Both you get out.
Where is he? I don't want to hit him.
Right there.
All right, everybody. You know the routine. JC, my little lady here, is going to hang out with you for the next hour. And if you don't, well, this is the Power Hour. Sports and more. Would you like Okay, was that you don't care or I'm okay? I honestly didn't care.
I'm okay. Come here, my co-star. I'm okay.
Thank you.
Come here, my co-star. Oh. Yo, thank you for French kissing me. Actually, I'm a little too dark.
I was just going to say, that's way too dark. Yeah, I'm going to put the Edison on. Although, you love when I plug them in.
A lot of them are out.
I'm basically down to one freaking, like, one string. I need to grab some more. Again, these things aren't made, to be honest, as long as I have them.
No, not at all. Good morning, my darlings, and that was one of the songs of my people.
That's why, like I said, I bounce back and forth. I play your other song. I play that one because you seem to enjoy them both.
Ugh.
And yeah, somebody with her glasses, she needs to lift her glasses up and take them out and use them like a magnifying glass in order to read it.
Because technically I'm supposed to wear trifocals, and trifocals make me nauseous.
Uh-huh.
Has anybody tried wearing trifocals? Honest to God, it gives you like instant motion sickness. I don't know how the hell people tolerate those things.
I do know people who have them, and they say that honestly they get used to it pretty quickly.
Well, I don't. I get motion sickness very easy. I'm a redhead.
Well,
and all.
you have to give it more than a couple of minutes.
I gave it like a couple of weeks.
Oh, blah blah blah.
What you blah 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 at me?
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm gonna blah 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 you right upside your head. Right upside your head. Liz, Joseph said good morning to you.
Yeah,
Hope you heard that. She said hi. Well, good morning, all. Here is my little co-star. Hi. For those who do not know, this is my last remaining pug. I had two. His brother lives with us in spirit, but this is Chase with that face. He has his own Facebook page. Because he's just that damn adorable. Hang on, Mommy's gonna adjust this so she can read it. Ah! What'd I do? This computer always argues with me. Look, some people are blind. They need to do justice. Hello, David. How are you? And this is Chase. There he is. Yoof. It's still a little dark, isn't it? Well, in spite of me not liking it, I'll have to put the lights on because, yeah, it's coming in dark. If I want to scare people with my looks, I suppose you have to actually see me. Come here, come here, come here, come here. I had to turn the light on. My powers of the force weren't working. Both! Thank you. So, now that you can actually see me, boo! No, sorry. I know, I'm not scary looking, I know. Hold on, you have a hair in your mouth. Ugh. So, today it is Sunday. We are halfway through the month of August. We are suffering over here trying to get things done, but we are doing them. Ugh. Ugh. Ah! God help me. I am under attack by a pug. Chase, you're killing me. And despite on what the big guy might have said, I am not talking about he who shall not be named. Cheers, Joseph. Because he who should not be named should not be named. So I'm not naming him. So there. But I am more than willing to talk about sports and stuff and how everybody is doing. And how is your week? How is your week going? I mean, this is what do we got here? Month 597 of the lockdown or some shit like that. I don't know. Boop. Thank you. I know it's not. Just some days it seems like that. But we all have our crosses to bear. We all have our annoyances. But I do hope everybody is doing well. More and more people are trying to get back to semi-normal, whatever normal is. Sports are coming back. Like I said, we had the PGA Championship last week in golf. We have hockey playoffs going on and about. We have baseball going on. We have one of the things that is definitely a difference is it's like that hurry up and wait mentality. You know, we got sports back, and now it's like a lot of things are, you know, in the are in like almost instant playoffs. I mean, it's just like I said, a 60 game baseball season is mad quick. The hockey season is, I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, so I'm not gonna. I have a number in my head, but I don't know that I'm right, so I'm not gonna throw out a quote if I don't know I'm right. You know, we're 20 games, depending on the team, 20, 21, 22 games into a 60 game season for baseball. So it really feels like it started 5 minutes ago, and we're a third of the way through the season. Think about that. I mean, this is like mad quick. So every single win and every single loss is very important. Is, you know, any loss, any injury, you know, I mean, any injury and in any season, in any year, it can be detrimental. But really, right now, any injury that would normally just knock you out of a little bit of the season could, you know, honestly knock you out of the entire season. You could just be done. So, you know, the teams that are playing strong and staying strong right now really may be the ones that we're going to see in the playoffs. The Cubs are playing very strong. The Dodgers are playing very strong. I know it sounds self-gratifying, but my Yankees are playing very strong. And some of the holes that some of these teams have dug themselves into may not be retrievable with only 40 games left. I mean, some of these guys may get themselves into a hole that they just can't climb out of. The Pirates right now are 4-14, and the Red Sox are 6-15. You know, nothing is impossible, but you know, these guys are digging themselves into a hole that they're gonna, you know, need a lot of rock climbing gear to get out of. I mean, again, nothing is impossible. You know, it all depends on the teams ahead of them and how everybody does and what everybody does. So far, you know, I want to stay positive, and for the most part, I think things are going, let's call it relatively smoothly. There's been a few hiccups. There's been, you know, there have been teams that, you know, did a couple of dumb things, like, you know, hanging out after the games and whatnot, and, you know, broke the protocol. You could put it under boys will be boys, you could put it under stupidity, you could put it under, you know, frustration. But there were some games that were delayed, which is why when you look at the standings, there's a couple of teams that have like the Cardinals have only played 7 games. Everybody else is up at 20, between 20 and 22. And you got the Cardinals and at only 7. So they've got a ways to make up. Which also puts a little, you know, asterisk on the thing. Because they've got these games to make up. Now, if for some reason they can't make them up or whatever goes on, they haven't played the same amount of game as everybody else. So now you have all this weird stuff going on. You know? What are you gonna do? Sadly, one of the news, from this week, a lot of teams, football teams specifically, have been refunding or crediting tickets that were bought. You know, I myself got my notification that, you know, yeah, officially, you know, the game I was going to, I'm not going to. Yeah, I know, it depressed me too. So, I mean, the games themselves are still playing, and, you know, ultimately, as a fan, that's what you want. Would have been nice to be there, obviously, but I'd much rather take the players playing a full season safely and, you know, hopefully my guys winning another ring than pushing. But, you know, I still say at some point, it's got to go back to normal. At some point, it has to, just go back to, we're gonna play. I mean, at what point do we just, I mean, not even just sports. I mean, at one point, we just are gonna have to just figure this stuff out. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating for everybody. It definitely is. Good morning to people out in Facebook land that I see joining and not speaking. If you do not know, this is JC's Power Hour. You're a quarter of a way into it. Do not worry, Brian has not disappeared. He has not been kidnapped by aliens, although there have been a couple times where I thought he was a Clover clone, but you know, they seem to have upgraded the model, so he seems normal now. But he shall be back at the top of the hour for the continuation of CC&C if you are not into JC's Power Hour. We got another person joining in Facebook. Everybody joining in Facebook. Hooray! It's a Facebook day. Again, over in the NFL, the deadline for the players to opt out has been and gone, and we seem to be pretty settled. There are 3 teams that nobody opted out for health reasons. And again, I think everybody should take a good lesson from this. Not just sports teams, but like companies and everything, because even though, again, I say it a million times, even though it's sports and it's entertainment to us, it is a business after all, and you know, ultimately the teams want to make money and whatnot, but I think, much like in anything else, it's important to give the option. Because, again, the option was given. Yeah, you could opt out for the season if you don't feel that you know, if you feel that your health isn't good, if you feel that you're at risk, whatever. If you feel that you have a family member who's at risk, which has been a couple of instances, a couple of guys, unfortunately, have relatives who are sick or in recovery, you know, from being sick and stuff like that, and so obviously have a weakened immune system and don't want to chance it. That's great. What a lot of companies and a lot of leaders don't always understand is when you give the option, that doesn't mean 100% of people are going to jump at that option. It's when you force people to do things that you get a lot more strife and a lot more stress. You know, give them the option. If you do not feel up to it, if you feel that there is a legitimate reason, tell us, and, you know, you could opt out of the season. And sure enough, there are some who did, but the majority of the guys who are healthy and who are content, nobody's 100%, I don't think anybody's 100% confident. Not confident. Confident's not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't think anybody is 100% certain, I guess would be a good word, that everything is being done 100% the right way. Because, you know, this, for all that we've gone through, you know, for these past months, this is still new. You know, it is really rather new. And it could be one of those that burns itself out and we don't get it for another 10, 20, or ever years. Or it could be like, you know, an every couple of year things. We simply don't know. It's too early. So people are just trying to move along and get along the best that they can. However, on that note, coaches and referees are on a, you know, a slightly different, I don't want to say, let's call it a slightly different schedule. And there are some 5 on-field officials and 2 replay officials opted out for the season. I just hope it's, you know, 5 that do shitty calls. Ha ha! Oh, come on, that was funny. Come on, you gotta like that. But again, you got to give him the option. The same thing. I haven't heard personally of any coaches that want to and have not. So I'm pretty sure that they have the same pretty sure they have the same option. What do we want to call it? One of those. On one of those part of you wants to say that kids who are young do dumb things, and we got to remember, rookies on football teams are young, and a lot of them do not have the maturity that they need for that do not. They're put into a very adult situation and a very responsible situation, and sometimes their immaturity shows through. So in one of those, couple of days ago, the Seattle Seahawks waived a rookie. I hope I pronounced his name right. Kima Silverand. Why did they waive him, you might say? Because he didn't perform well? Because he wasn't up to snuff on the field? Nope. Because, yeah, I know, that was one too many nopes. Because he was trying to sneak a female into the team's hotel. He had her in Seahawks gear. Tried to make her look like a guy, I guess. Tried to sneak her past. And any other year he probably would have just been reprimanded. But this is one of those examples, like I said, in baseball, when you do things wrong in baseball, it delayed a lot of the games. And now this kid had a shot at, a football career, and if nobody else picks him up, then, let's be honest, for the hope of maybe getting some for a night, he could have really screwed up his future. That's a maturity thing. And that's and also during what's going on here, they're going to take it a lot more seriously, and they're going to say that you potentially endangered the health of all your teammates. And a lot of the veterans, the veteran players, I kind of think he was ratted out. They don't say straight up that he was, but they're Coach Carroll is praising the leaders for sending the right message to the locker room about the need to be disciplined during the pandemic. So either the team leaders are in favor of this kid being waived, or literally saw him and snitched him out. But regardless, that's just foolish. I mean, it literally is just foolish. I mean, for a simple, you know, I don't know if it was a girlfriend. I don't know if it was a paid lady. I don't know if it was, you know, they didn't specify, like, completely who she was. But I don't think it matters much because you lost your job over, at best, you know, having your girlfriend hang with you when you missed her, and at worst, just trying to get some, like I said, and now you have no career. So I really hope it was worth it. I'm gonna say it probably wasn't, but you know, that's the kind of thing. I'm gonna say that that's the kind of thing that it may seem small and whatever, but that's something that really right now should be very showcased and put right in the spotlight as an example to everybody else on all the other teams. Hey, the hell with the boys will be boys, and you do something stupid, yeah, and another year that you probably would have gotten a fine, or you would have gotten extra laps, or you would have gotten in trouble. You can't screw around this year. Okay? This year we have to take the rules really, really, really seriously. You're gonna straight up lose your position. You're gonna straight up be fired from the team. You're gonna straight up lose your career if you do something stupid. And really, you just have to really just pay attention and not only double think yourself, but triple think yourself. I mean, really just you know, take it seriously. I mean, we all see the dumbasses in the news. We all see the dumbasses who get into fights with people just doing their jobs and saying, hey, you're supposed to do this. I mean, honest to God, if you don't like something that somebody says, just walk past it. Don't get into a fight over it. It's not freaking worth it, number one. Number two, it usually escalates into something that you may or may not have wanted. Also, whether you like the mask or you hate the mask or whatever, whether you like the rules or you hate the rules or whatever, you could hate it. You could. I hate a lot of the rules. I hate a lot of I hate a lot of some companies. Their rules have changed like 50 times over this pandemic because they straight up don't know what to do, and that gets very frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, but there are certain common courtesy rules, and I mean this is perfect for the semi antisocial and the antisocial ones of us that we have been saying this for years. Personal fucking space. Just don't be all up in people's faces. Just mind your damn business. Don't be all up in my face. If you go into a store or something, obey the rules. And maybe we could just get through this crap Ola. Because I am bored of it. I am tired of it. I am tired of it affecting. I'm tired of it. I'm more tired of it than I am of, you know, he who shall not be named. I mean seriously. I'm more tired of it than that. The contract signings are still going. You know, obviously the NFL is trying to go as normally as it can and keep moving forward. So one of the things is coaches are being signed, and the Buffalo Bills have signed their coach Sean McDermott to a multi-year extension. He's already been with the Bills 4 years, and he has done some nice turning around for the Bills. The Bills are, as much as I like to tease Brian, I mean, come on. He's my husband, he likes a different team than me. Of course I'm going to tease him. But, hush. But, as a sportscaster, I am going to, speak the truth, even with ball-busting tendencies. The Bills are becoming a real force in a division that unfortunately was dominated by the cheaters for way too long. And, now they are starting to come back to... They were back in the Jim Kelly days, they had a wonderfully strong, powerful team. The only team, to this day, the only team to go to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. Nobody else has done that. Not my Steelers, not the Patriots, not the Giants, not the Cowboys. None of the other teams that you talk about in the Super Bowls have done that. It's hard enough to go back 2 years in a row. It's very hard. There's just so much stacked against you just to do it 2 years in a row. And these guys did it 4 years in a row. So, with Coach McDermott's leadership, now extended through 2025. So he ain't going anywhere anytime soon. They are obviously very content with him. And again, all ball breaking aside, he's a nice, strong leader. And he is, the Bills have been drafting and trading for some good talent. They are filling in holes that really had been almost neglected for, years before this guy came in as a coach. And, barring any major catastrophes, I see him and the Bills being a real powerhouse. And again, I keep coming back to it because there's a huge part of me that wants to see both the Patriots and, Tampa Bay both fall on their face. Just because I'm that person. Why are you whining? Because there's no more peanut butter in there? Ask Daddy to put peanut butter in there. Go ask your daddy to put more peanut butter in there. Go ahead, go ask Daddy. I am not Daddy. Go ask your daddy. Go get Daddy. Or you could be your vulture self. I mean, that's cool too. I don't know what you see. Yeah, that wasn't too loud right near the speakers from all the way up there. For those who do not know, the vulture, I mean Brutus. He likes his little moment to shine. I don't know if he just hears the rain or if he thinks if there's an animal out there. There could be a turkey or a deer or something. He's going to hear it well before we do. Moving on. Something that I like. The Dolphins this year are adding a patch to their jerseys honoring Don Shula, who, again, not only I would say I'd be comfortable in saying who has done the absolute most for the Dolphins, but honestly, one of the best coaches of all time. Honey, what are you doing besides killing your mother? Oh, here. Maybe you're uncomfortable on that side. Go on that side. Don't sigh at me. Good Lord. This dog. I don't spoil my dog. Some very sad news. Longtime Colts offensive line coach, Howard Mudd, passed away at 78 following a motorcycle accident. I mean, that's certainly, you know, he had spent 2 weeks in ICU. He had fractured spine and pelvis. I mean, a total of 47 years in the NFL between playing and coaching. I mean, God bless him that he was that active at 78, but the injuries were just too severe, and unfortunately at 78, some are gonna be a lot harder to come back from. But I mean, God bless him. That's a huge loss for the Colts and for obviously his family. If you want a lighter thing to talk about, I was debating on what I was going to talk about this or not, because again, I write about the Steelers. I'm trying not to make JC Farrar only about the Steelers, because, you know, I do want to diversify and talk about all teams, but this actually happened this week and it was kind of funny. Someone, quote unquote, sent a package of Steelers Joe Hayden jerseys to Adam Jones, better known as Pac-Man, and let's just say he didn't like the package. So basically he took these out in his driveway and threw some lighter fluid on them and burned them. I mean, it's a lot of people suspected that Hayden was the one who sent it. It's you know, it's one of those things that it's funny to a lot of fans, the reaction and the aggravation, but it's one of those things that, you know, is a little iffy and gets coaches and owners to not like, you know, the reaction and not want things to start going down that path. And I get that. You know, I totally get that. But, hi. Have I mentioned there's nothing better than a pug? Not that I don't love our other dogs. Pugs are special. Pugs are royalty, right? Are pugs royalty? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, you are Chinese royalty. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That is why you are treated like an itty bitty little king. Yes, he's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Burp. So again, let me see. We have a couple of other signings. The Chiefs extended Travis Cleast's contract. Do. Packers signed Kenny Clark to a 4-year, $70 million extension. That's what I talk about. 4 years, $70 million. I mean, I'd like to make that. Thank you. I'd like to make that kind of money. But that makes him the highest paid nose tackle in NFL history. Green Bay is one of those very physical teams, and Kenny Clark is definitely what do you call it? He's definitely been productive for the team. So wanting to keep him there makes a lot of sense. And you know, honestly, I kind of like the I do like the trend that other players are not equal yet. I mean, far from equal, but teams are starting to realize and starting to pay other positions well, you know, and well, I know it's all a you know, it's all a comparative term, God knows, but for the longest time, the huge chunk of the money would normally be quarterback, you know, a wide receiver or two, running back, you know, and that would be where a huge chunk of the payroll for a team would go. And granted, those are important positions, but you could be the absolute best quarterback ever, and you're not going to be able to do a damn thing if you don't have a good offensive line protecting you. You're not going to be able to be a good running back if you do not have that line to open the hole for you so you can get through. You are not going to be able to be a good wide receiver if you don't have, you know, people giving your quarterback the time to throw the ball at you. If the ball doesn't get thrown at you, it doesn't matter how good a receiver you are. And there, and also, you know, you need to pay your safeties, your defensive guys. A lead is no good if you easily just give the lead right back the next time the other team takes the field. So, I mean, I really think it's a matter of finally they have realized, more and more teams are realizing, hey, we really have to start paying for every position. We have to. I don't think you're going to see, you know, I don't think you're going to see a lot of defensive tackles make the exact same money as a superstar quarterback, but I want to start seeing them make a lot more than they have. Because these guys, I mean, you can't say enough about these guys. These guys, number one, are playing the most physical part of the game. I mean, every snap, every play, they are right there in the trenches. They are, you know, it's not, okay, your number is picked, you're going to catch the ball this time. Your number is picked, you're going to run the ball this time. No, it's every play. You're in there shoving against this other guy who's shoving against you. To break it down in the most, you know, mundane terms. But these guys really need to be paid, and they need to be appreciated. I mean, the best quarterbacks try to show their appreciation. You know, they take care of their guys. They take them out to dinner. They buy them nice things at Christmas. They do a lot of good things for them. Hell, you know, let's not forget Dan Marino and his isotoner gloves. He'd make sure all his teammates had them. But hey, you know, and all joking aside, you know, every good non-egotistical quarterback knows I'm not getting a damn thing done without the line to do it. Even when the pocket starts to close, it's still, the best lines have it close in a way that the quarterback could step up. I mean, Ben is famous for it. You know, the pocket starts to close around him, he will just step forward and either run the ball himself and scare the living hell out of me, or he'll, you know, find somebody open and throw it. I defy you to see a image of Chris Berman doing his report and somebody coming through and poking him in the cheek.
I would.
I know that you would, but that's why they wouldn't let you on his stage.
You realize I don't ask for permission for a lot of things, and I find my own way to do certain things.
I would love to see you do that. I mean, I really would.
Challenge accepted.
He's not doing a report right now. Kind of hard to do it when he's not doing a report right now. Good Lord. I love that child, but she drives me nuts. I may have one or two gray hairs that I attribute to her. Let me see. Couple of other. Thank you. Most attractive. Who else do you think it was? She just went out 2 seconds ago. Where are you going with my army guys? Oof.
Doing that.
My army guys. Like, seriously, look what I got the other day. I got a whole bag of little army and Indian guys and all these little cool things. And remember these guys? Remember how cool they were? Remember all these little... I saw them at a secondhand store, and I had to get them. And look how cool they are! Look at them! We had these when we were kids. Look at them. Alright, this one's real. This is like a metal one. gotta see if he's worth anything. He's a metal one. Sorry, I'm a little kid. You know that. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was really scary. Okay. I remember that. Do we remember? Let's go back to November 2018 when Washington was actually called the Washington Redskins. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. And quarterback Alex Smith went down. He took a I don't even from what memory serves, it wasn't even like it wasn't a dirty hit that I remember, but it was a bad break that he broke two legs in his bone. Two legs in his bone. Yeah, that's what he did. Two bones in his leg. He broke the tibia and the fibula. And it became really it became a lot more than just the breaks. He ended up with an infection in the leg. He ultimately required 17 surgeries, and there was a good possibility that his leg might have had to been amputated. I mean, he faced a hell of a battle, but he has been cleared for football activity. So, any comeback story like that, that anybody loves. And he is now able to join the team, full workout. Full workout with the team. That was just, I mean, for basically a broken leg, what he went through. I mean, sure, it was a double break, but it literally almost cost him his life. I mean, in all seriousness. And it is very, very good for him to be back. Number one, for him to be healthy enough to be back. Number two, for him, to want to be back. Because there are people who an injury like that might, completely put them off of playing. But, the guys with the heart and the fight and just the desire, just look at that injury and be like, nah, I got this. And I'm going to work through it. And they work towards that goal. And he is achieving that goal. He can come back. So, more power to him. And I'm very glad to see him. Very glad to see him up and about and ready to rock and roll, so to speak. The Jets almost, I don't want to say, I mean, I do and I don't, like almost in a desperation move, have signed Chris Hogan at wide receiver. Hogan, who spent a lot of his time with the Patriots, has also been on the Dolphins and the Bills. So this makes him, he has been on every team in this division. One of the main reasons that the Jets signed him is they're getting a lot of injuries in their wide receiver department, and they just simply, 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 they just simp have the position to fill. And at 32, he's not a spring chicken, but he's not an old man either. And hopefully, he could avoid injuries enough to be productive for the Jets. The Jets aren't. Last year, they weren't playing their worst football, but they weren't playing up to their potential either. It's like they're one of those teams that I said more than one occasion last year. Like on paper, they look better than what they're doing. They're missing something. They're missing a spark. They're missing just a little something that's keeping them from, just being a little more of a contender. And on the plus side, they're that close that they could probably find it. I mean, but it's I'm not 100% certain if it's a coaching thing, because you can only coach so much. But I keep hearing a cardinal outside. Somebody's visiting. Hello, pretty baby. Never forget, cardinals are one of the signs that somebody's visiting you. Doop doop doop. Another guy who's trying to make a comeback just got signed with the Jaguars.
I have a Jaguar.
Is it a Jacksonville Jaguar?
It might have been in its day.
I mean, sure. Bruce Miller is trying to make a comeback. He was playing for...
I don't know if I can make this.
If anybody hears a tumble...
Yeah, not during this show.
That would be fun for the hit, I mean...
Let's
Okay,
not,
fine.
yeah, let's not say what you think.
It would be funny.
Well, actually, yeah. But like I told you when we first got this place, there was nothing in here.
The big guy is here, so I shall take off.
And she was over there, and I leaned in the window and I stepped a leg in. I wanted to just kind of come in, and that's when I found out this floor and that floor. If you look at the difference, it was enough of a height difference that it What's up, everybody? Good morning, all. Good afternoon, I should say. It's straight up the top of the hour, of course. What's going on, my friend? Nice to see you over there in YouTube land, as always. Again, nice to see that Compound Concentrates and Coffee does reach out. Our analytics say it, but people that come in the chat show it. We average 47 to 50 countries every 4 hours that we're on the air. We do. We do. Let's get in. I'm going to play some music. Who wants to get into some trivia? Yeah? We'll see what we can do. I actually, I'm only going to be on for another hour because we have to run out. We have some stuff we have to look into and take care of and continue for Maine. So, I'm going to cue up music. I'm going to click this little button on this trivia wheel. Oh, I agree. I agree. When things do finally get kicked off and we do finally get back into the swing of football, it should be a really good season. You got to think too. So many people, especially the players themselves, just wanting to get out there, wanting to do what they do best. When they're finally let loose, oh yeah, all that built up energy, man. I think the first few games they're going to be kind of brutal. Not in an overall sense, you know what I mean? But we're going to see some serious hits. We're going to see some people just like, oh man. Yeah. Little Charlie Peacock coming your way. A tune called Mystery Road here on CCNC.
Gotta let it go, no more left to say. Gotta get you in the deep where the water be, baby. Drown you in the love. Gotta get you on the way. Gotta let it go, no more left to say. Gotta get you in the deep where the water be, baby. Drown you in the love. I've been walking down the street, watching where I go. Skyline is hazy. I've been waiting on a tree like a dog gone crazy. I might think I'm gonna make it.
Hey, my buddy. Where's my Chase Chase? Hey, you. There's my boy. Here's my boy. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yes. That's my happy voice. That's my happy voice. How's yours today?
Walk like a man with a plan. I can see like a blind man taking a view through the room. It's a long, long way to the river, my soul. A long way down the mystery road. If I'm going on nothing, let me let it go and make it all the way to the river down the mystery
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're here 7 days a week, usually on twice a day. Within a couple of days, we were talking about it earlier. Today's the 16th. On the 19th, Compound Concentrates and Coffee hits 3 years. 3 years been doing this. Sponsored by a lot of great companies doing it too, so. Thanks for checking us out. Yeah, definitely. Come on back. All right, really quick, in between this track and the next, I'm looking at our traffic over here. I'm seeing some reports coming across our board. New London, Connecticut, there's delays on I-95 southbound as congestion's being reported between 84 and 81. Almost 3 miles, so be prepared if you got to go in the area. Also, East Lyme, delays on 95 southbound, congestion between exits 75 and 70. Now there you're talking over 8 miles. Oh yeah. Fun, huh? I'm pretty sure the other ones I had... Wait, nope, here we go. Right here in Orange, actually, on I-95 southbound, there are delays. Congestion between exits 41 and 39B. So we're talking just under 3 miles. Stamford, Connecticut. Delays I-95 northbound as you have congestion being reported between exit 6 and 9. Again, almost 3 miles. Well, it's this weather out here. Take it easy. Watch out for each other. Even if you're a good driver, most of us are, look out for the other guy. You watch out for them, you'll get from point A to point B and back again with no issues. I'm going to click this button on trivia. I'm going to have a question or 3. We'll see what you all have for me. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, so many other places in which CCNC is at, as well as Facebook, as well as YouTube. You can find us, compoundconcentratesandcoffee.com. We simulcast through ConnecticutMedicalMarijuanaCritic.com. Once we get back into the full swing of things, I mean, obviously, again, COVID's even interrupted us because normally we bring you great guests. The hot seats over here have been barren for a long time. Normally, I bring in musicians, I bring in comedians, I bring in other people. We go out on the road. We do remote broadcasts, remote shows. We've had businesses hire us to come and do stuff there. We do our trivia challenge. We do meet and greets. Those were always great. Exactly. Meet and greets were always great. We would go to different pizza places, different restaurants and stuff. And, a lot of you would come down and talk to us. A bunch of you would even talk to us before we'd ever even get the show started.
Get this party started.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Now, a couple of the places, followers of us, love Monty. One of them was like, we are dog friendly. You could bring your dogs down. So that was cool. That really showed they watch us. All right. Let's get into a little Hyde Nettie, a little lost Stevie Ray Vaughan track. Once it starts playing, you'll understand why we call it that. One Beat Productions. Who can tell me which author wrote Our Man in Havana? There you go. Hey, put that lipstick away. Apparently somebody smells something coming in the window. What author wrote Our Man in Havana? Hey, buddy. Sorry about that. There's my boy. All right. One Beat Productions bringing you that tune called Hyde and Eddie. Now, I had asked what author wrote Our Man in Havana. No right responses, so I'm going to hold on to that one. That's apparently a good one. And I'm going to go over here. We'll grab us another track, and I'm grabbing us another question. You are listening to South Sea Blues, a little Tom Ashcroft with Jamie Westora. Who was the first baseball player to have his number retired? Here we go. Archive X. This tune is Up. What's the largest bone in the human body? Should be nice and easy for people. The largest bone in the human body. right, this is Swamp Thing. Comes to you from Mandalorian. All right, there you go. That tune is called Swamp Thing. It comes to you from the artist Mandalorian. Go to soundcloud.com/man-DeLorean and check them out. Oh, I know. Because of the rain and the way it is, man, just one of those lazy afternoons. There you go. A little trout recording for you. What's going on, Jamie? How are you, friend? Nice to see you in Facebook land. What's the good word? I actually found something pretty nice, and it's in Maine. I mean, it's not a small cheap one. It's done up nice, man. It's a good enough size. It's actually 8 by 12 or 10 by 12. I mean. Yeah. You can see the inside. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's got a full door, good lock. It even has a price for a company that will move. Although that says 50 miles, about $450. Now, I looked it up though. It's like 227 miles from where it's at to Maine. So, Yeah, I'm still looking. We may be able to find someone cheaper, but that's actually not.
But that's actually a really
That's a
good
really
product.
really good price for a 10 by 12.
Yes. Oh yes.
So, like I said, literally just if you go in Marketplace, go to Facebook Marketplace, type in Weston, Maine, and then put in a size. I started out with 8 by 10, and it'll just give you anything and everything it finds in different variances. All right, there you go. That's Lazy Afternoon. Some trout recording. Now, Little Global Genius, a tune called Can't Hurt You. What's up, Paul? How are you, man? How you hanging in there in Facebook land? Chillin'. What's the good word? again, that tune there, Global Genius. That's the artist, and the song's called Can't Hurt You. Gonna hit up a little Live Workman to finish up this blues block, and then we'll be doing some other things. I am looking at, as we are coming up on 12:30, we only have a half hour left. I'm out of here at 1 o'clock. Like I said, that was going to be wrapping up our blues block here. That was Lyle Workman. Lyle, I've been playing him for a long time here. Very, very talented. Check out lyleworkman.com. American guitarist, a film composer, a session musician, a music producer. Worked with a lot of people. Sting, Beck, Michael Bublé, Ziggy Marley, Sarah McLachlan, just to name a few. Even has film credits. 40-Year-Old Virgin and Superbad. All right, this is a new one from Jumbo. It's in rock. It's a tune called Antibodies. Again, Jumbo in rock. Usually we get him in hip hop and other places. Let's do Colton Lee, Jaquire King, the K Club. We're going into rock again. It's a tune called Trigger Happy. second here. Again, that was Trigger Happy. I dig that tune. I really do. Colton Lee, Jaquire King with the K Club. Now, Jamie West Oram, the guitar player from The Fix, doing a tune called Sharp Edge. Well, welcome back, welcome back. I'm sorry to hear you got wrecked with the storm. Sharp Edge, Jamie West Oram. Let's do... Alright, this track's called Vampire City.
Like waves riding right beside you. Despite the day
Oh, it's still raining here too, and no, no. We were without power at the shop. Not here at the house, luckily, knock on wood. But we were without power at the shop for like days and days. Um, Looking into getting things set up so the town power goes out. I just go in the back and start up the generator, and I'll still be able to run. All right, it's going to do the Lost Sheryl Crow track, and then it's going to be Echopraxia, Austin Woodward, and this is where I'll get off.
It's summer somewhere, crackles on the rosé. To be honest, I like it better than champagne. When the weather is warm and the days are long. It's summer somewhere, I'm already gone. It's summer somewhere, they're bathing in the sun. Toss their suits on the towels and started to run. When the sand is hot and the waves are right. It's summer somewhere, I'm leaving tonight. Spinning Ferris wheel, boardwalk nights. Come on, baby, hold on tight. Take off your coat, someday you'll find. It's summer somewhere in your mind. It's summer somewhere, lay your head hang down. Put on your cutoffs, go out on the town. When the weather is warm and the nights are long. It's summer somewhere, I'm already gone. Spinning Ferris wheels and boardwalk nights. Come on, baby, hold on tight. Take off your coat, someday you'll find. It's summer somewhere in your mind.
Hey, yeah, you have a good one over there.
Summer.
All right, like I said, Echopraxia. So a welcome absence coming at you. Boston after this. What's up, Annie? Pretty much the show. Yeah, no, I'm out of here at 1 o'clock. Got stuff I got to do. We still have some more running around and things to get together for the main property. There you go. Now, little Austin, little maggot excuses. This is where I get off, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. You know the routine. Life. You be good. You stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your SunDaze. This dreary, drab, overcast one. And I'll catch us tomorrow. right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I will talk to you tomorrow, like I said. You enjoy the rest of your Sundays. It's all good. It's all good. Things happen. Peace, everybody.